machines that enter a space, and then there are machines that become the space itself. The 2026 Mercedes Maybach G-Class Grand Edition does not arrive at a location. It relocates the center of gravity. Everything else in the frame, every other vehicle, every building, every person standing on that pavement suddenly becomes background noise to a symphony that just began playing without permission. I need to be honest with you before we go any further. I didn't expect this reaction. I've spent years around luxury SUVs studying them, dissecting them, watching them blur into a predictable cycle of stitched leather, ambient lighting, and inflated promises. I walked into this expecting excess dressed as importance, another badge stretched over something enormous and expensive. But the moment this Grand Edition settled into view, that assumption collapsed. This isn't an upgrade. It isn't a special trim. It's Mercedes deciding that the conversation around ultra-luxury had gone on long enough and ending it. Not by competing louder, but by standing still and letting gravity do the work. Rolls-Royce, Bentley, every so-called pinnacle of SUV luxury suddenly finds itself reacting, not leading. This isn't escalation. It's domination through certainty. The Grand Edition feels like what happens when designers and engineers are no longer negotiating with restraint. When the brief becomes simple and dangerous, build something unquestionable. A structure that moves. A presence that doesn't chase relevance because relevance arrives on its own. And that's exactly what this is, a moving monument that refuses to ask for approval. From a distance, it already feels inevitable. The silhouette doesn't try to be modern. It doesn't try to be sleek. It simply is. A form so deliberately squared, so unapologetically elongated, that it stops registering as automotive design and starts reading as architecture. It looks like it should cast a shadow even under artificial light. Yes, the numbers are outrageous. They're supposed to be. Longer than vehicles that defined luxury for decades. Heavier than logic would suggest. Power figures that feel almost irrelevant, because this machine doesn't communicate through acceleration. It communicates through mass and intent. The price crosses $500,000 without hesitation, and somehow that feels appropriate. Because value here isn't created, it's inherited. The shape hasn't changed because it didn't need to. Heritage like this can't be fabricated. You don't invent decades of meaning, you carry them forward. The Grand Edition doesn't wear history as nostalgia, it weaponizes it. And when the light touches that body, everything becomes clear. This paint doesn't sit on metal, it consumes it. Every panel becomes reflective in a way that feels unsettling, almost alive. The environment bends across its surface. Skies stretch, buildings dissolve, people become distortions. It doesn't mirror the world, it absorbs it. Park this beside anything else in the segment and watch attention abandon logic. Your eyes will go here first, not because you choose to, because your brain understands hierarchy. Yes, the numbers are outrageous. They're supposed to be. Longer than vehicles that defined luxury for decades. Heavier than logic would suggest. Power figures that feel almost irrelevant, because this machine doesn't communicate through acceleration. It communicates through mass and intent. The price crosses $500,000 without hesitation, and somehow that feels appropriate. Because value here isn't created, it's inherited. The shape hasn't changed because it didn't need to. Heritage like this can't be fabricated. You don't invent decades of meaning. You carry them forward. The Grand Edition doesn't wear history as nostalgia, it weaponizes it. And when the light touches that body, everything becomes clear. And yet, for all its scale, something unexpected happens when you stand next to it. The seats don't support you, they recognize you. Heated, cooled, massaged so subtly you forget the systems exist at all. Close the door and silence takes shape. A measured, engineered stillness so profound it resets your breathing. This isn't quiet, it's absence. The kind of silence that changes how you think. The seats don't support you, they recognize you. Heated, cooled, massaged so subtly you forget the systems exist at all. Close the door and silence takes shape. A measured, engineered stillness so profound it resets your breathing. This isn't quiet, it's absence. The kind of silence that changes how you think. Ambient lighting traces the cabin like thought. Cool tones for clarity, warm hues for comfort. Colors that don't decorate but communicate. The dashboard stretches wide, digital yet organic, advanced without ever feeling cold. Technology here doesn't announce itself. It waits until needed. And this is where the Grand Edition reveals its true audience. This vehicle isn't interested in justification. It doesn't argue with practicality. It doesn't explain its size, its cost, its presence. Those questions belong to people it was never built for. This is not a purchase made on spreadsheets or rationalized in conversations. This is recognition. The buyer doesn't ask if it makes sense. They feel it. Immediately. The moment the silhouette registers, the decision is already made. This vehicle assumes status. And that assumption is correct every time. The Grand Edition doesn't prove anything. It reflects something back at the person standing in front of it. Ambition, arrival, certainty. This isn't ownership, it's alignment. 7 seats, vault-level silence, a body that bends light, a stance that anchors the horizon. This isn't a feature list, it's a message. Some machines move through time. The 2026 Mercedes Maybach G-Class Grand Edition makes time move around it. This isn't the future of luxury. It's the verdict.